What it be, y'all? What it be? It's your boy Mike Sears, Speak Your Clout Podcast, and I'm here with my brother Vlog Crack,
Yo,
all the
what's up,
way to
everyone?
Northern Ireland to the 3 fucking week break, and we back in the motherfucking house, man. Feels good.
It's been a while, yeah.
Man, it's been a while. Like your boy went live a couple of times. I had some dope ass streams. Shout out to my nigga Rocker Bash. It's my brother. We'll be doing a live soon when he gets better. He's under the weather right now. But yeah, we back in the building, starting off 2023, man. Oh yeah, you be getting albums from 1993, 1988, 1998, some from 2003. You know, that 30-year, 25-year, 20-year anniversaries popping off, my nigga. So we're gonna be doing all that shit. And I can't wait. And today, we're going to 1993, 30-year anniversary, Laws of the Underground, with their debut album, Here Come the Lords, man. Oh, I can't wait to dig into this. But first and foremost, I want to give a big happy birthday shout out to my brother, my motherfucking road dog, Cold Chillin', Ricardo, my motherfucking brother. Love you, my nigga. Happy birthday. I know you got some army training soon. You don't get too fucked up on the henny. But I love you, bro. That's my brother, right hand man, right there. And he's just a good guy. So
Yeah, I just want to piggyback off that and say
yeah,
happy
go ahead, brother.
birthday. Shout out to you, shout out to your family. I hope you have an amazing day. And yeah, thanks for, obviously being a part of the show, man.
Oh yeah, we can talk for life, bitch. Also, big RIP to Gangsta Boo. I know I went live when it happened, but gotta say RIP to Gangsta Boo, man. Queen of the South, Queen of Memphis, just one of my favorite rappers ever. You know, female wise, just raw with it. You know.
Absolutely. And she was still
Yeah.
doing her thing too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What hurts me was like if you go to her Instagram, she was always lively, happy. That's what it seemed like anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just
hmm
blowing blunts, chilling and shit. So life's too short. Shit's sad, bro. So
Absolutely. R.I.P.
RP Gangsta Boo all fucking day. I'm a big 36 Mafia fan. So yes, topic at hand, Lords of the Underground. So man, this album been in my life before I even started collecting hip hop. I seen this tape on my uncle's dresser from '93. You know what I'm saying? And as I mentioned this before, we had a tradition where we would play Super Nintendo and Sega with the volume down, with the boombox blaring, and this tape was one of them that was blaring. You know, and of course, like my uncle and my mother would record Yo MTV raps. So on those tapes, I would see Chief Rocker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Funky Child, and I was just enamored by it. And then by 95, 96 maybe, early 96, I got the cassette tape, and I played the fuck out of it. That's how I got down with Lords of the Underground. Didn't hear the second album till years later, Keepers of the Funk, but yeah, Here Come the Lords was in my life before I was even down with these niggas like that, you know, physically copping tapes and shit. But yeah, Chief Rocker is just a fucking memory burns into my head. You know, we'll get into that when I talk about the song, but yeah, just incredible. But that's my introduction to Lords of the Underground. How about you, brother?
Yeah, for me, I have to give props to you.
Yeah, I was thinking about that
But
this weekend. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
yeah, because about like 6, 7 years ago at this point, yeah, you just put me on to like Chief Rocker, and I probably heard of them like just in passing, Lords of the Underground, but never really knew anything about them. And I remember you showing me Chief Rocker back in the day, and I was like, "Yo, what a great song!" And then obviously checked out Here Come the Lords, and yeah, became a fan from there. But yeah, it was for your guidance pretty much. So yeah,
Yeah,
not a big long story, unfortunately with Lords of the Underground. True to their name, they were never really that big. Especially internationally, they weren't really known at all, unfortunately. So just one of those things where, yeah, obviously, getting the hookup with people like Mike over the internet and stuff, you get to learn about these artists that unfortunately, I never was privy to when I was younger. So yeah, love the album, obviously. So
oh
yeah,
yeah,
we'll get into it shortly for sure.
yeah, man. This is a big one for me because, like I said, in my life, I even started collecting. So you know, just a great album. When we get into it, Lords of the Underground, Here Come the Lords. We get Here Come the Lords. Great way to start the album. Do It All sets it off and talks to Mr. Funky about how rappers are biting their style. And sooner or later, they'll be biting their videos as well. Then Mr. Funky talks to Marley Marl about producers out of Bite Molly. I absolutely love their style. Dope beat, dope verses by Do It All, Mr. Funky, and you know, Do It All, Mr. Funky, DJ Lord Jazz, as well as the Underground. The album produced by Marley Marl and K Def. K Def would go to Blase Blase. But yeah, great way to start the album with the title track. Dope shit.
Real Life, wasn't it?
Real
Kind of.
life. What the fuck? I'm thinking of fucking P Cutting. PF
Yeah,
Cutting.
no,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
worries.
Jesus.
Yeah, Here Come the Lords is fantastic. What a banging way to kick off the album. That beat is crazy. You got that heavy bass line in there. The drums are very hard on this track. Just a great way to kick off the album. You got it's obviously the title track, and kind of just gives you like a perfect kind of a perfect introduction to what these guys are all about. I think that both Do It All and Mr. Funky, they have a great chemistry with each other. They have quite a over the top kind of delivery, but it's not too over the top, if you know what I mean. I think they ride that line perfectly. They don't quite go into like Fushnickens territory where it's a bit too crazy, in my opinion, sometimes. I think Mr. Funky is probably slightly my favorite member because I love his voice, but Do It All is dope as well. And I love how they kind of they go back and forth a lot of the time. Like they often cut in on each other's lines and stuff like that, and finish each other's lines, which I think is really dope. And Here Comes the Lords is like the perfect introduction. And like you said, fantastic production as well from K-Def and Marley Marl. I know with Marley Marl, I know sometimes he's one of those producers who sometimes gets credit and he didn't do it. So I know it's a little bit hazy. So just for easiness, I'm just going to say that KDF and Marley Marl did the whole album, but because I'm not 100% sure who did what. I know Mobile already one is perfect at that. I know he knows like, oh yeah, that's KDF, that's Marley Marl. I know he's really good at that. But Here Comes the Lords is amazing. Even that hook as well, just so simple, but Lords of the Underground have these brilliant chanty choruses, and Here Comes the Lords is no example. Here comes the Lords, here comes the Lords, fire. And it's a great song, great way to kick off the album, and it's a great sort of introduction to the group in general.
Fuck yeah, great breakdown, brother. Like, I can't believe I said fucking Blase Blase. I think of 96 and I mix up groups sometimes. Like, they both got one album and it's kind of fucking hazy for a pothead like me, but yeah.
And it's like another
real
album with MC and like a producer album as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
One's Puerto Rican, one's black. There you go. K-Def is black. But man, just what a way to start the record. Banging. Then we get From the Bricks. These fellas are from Newark, New Jersey, featuring JMC. I'm not familiar with that cat, but Mr. Funky sets it off. Love his energy. Definitely my favorite member. Wild Cracker stated that. I like when he says, I know I'm knocking niggas out like Ivan Drago. Gotta love that Rocky fucking reference. Yep. Came correct on here for sure. JMC had a dope verse. Not too familiar with Dude, though, like I said earlier, but Do It All killed it on here, man. Lord just repping Jersey on here. Dope track. I fucks with it.
Yeah, I love this song. It's one of my favorite tracks on the album. Love the production on this. That bass line alone, that boom, 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 all the way through it. It's just knocking. And really dope song. Like you said, Mr. Funky, he does a great job of kicking things off. And, I like, how he has that line where he goes, see, once I grab the mic, guaranteed satisfaction. You can scream, he, like Michael Jackson. Just, these guys are just so fun. That's how I would describe this album.
I was thinking that today,
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those albums that's just, puts you in a good mood, and like most of these songs just make you kind of want to jump up and down and go nuts. It's such a fun album. From the Bricks, again, continues off lovely from the first track. From the Bricks is honestly one of my favorite tracks. Love the hook as well. It's very simple, just that little sample saying come and laugh from the bricks. Like, oh, it's so fire. Like you said, that Jam C guy, don't really know him, to be honest, but I thought he was pretty good on the track. I thought he was pretty dope. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, nothing, much to say about him, but yeah, I like it. He said, if rap was like sex, I'd stick a ram in and out of you. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and then Do It All comes in towards the end, and he comes in correct too. I like when he says, can I kick my shit? You kicking in the butt. Well, goddamn, now the shit's on my Timberlands. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, great song. Like I think Lords of the Underground as well. Like they balance like grittiness, but there's like a slight like popness to them as well. It's like it's catchy, you know what I mean? But it's gritty at the same time.
Kind of like exceeded like Lost Boys. They kept it
Yes,
hood, but like
definitely.
you know what I'm saying? Sorry to interrupt you, brother.
No, absolutely no problem. That's a great comparison.
Yeah.
Like obviously a lot of people compare these guys to Naughty by Nature and Onyx as well, which understandable. Two other massive hip hop trios from the East Coast, and they all dropped albums in '93 as well. But yeah, Lords of the Underground just did a fantastic job of like it's banging, but it's gritty at the same time. And yeah, no, From the Bricks, it's one of my favorites on the album. Probably not sure if it's quite top 3, but I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's such a good fucking song. That shit hard, man. Now we got, oh man, fucking Heater single. Remember this when I was a kid, man. Funky Child, one of the dopest hip hop songs of all time. That's how I truly feel about it. Absolutely love this beat. Do It All, Mr. Funky. Have so much character on this track. A tremendous choice for a single. Those horns are something else, man. The beat is so good. Just everything about this shit is incredible. Fucking love it. Like, talking about being born and just wrecking shit. You know what I'm saying? Basically, shit's amazing. Funky Child is a top tier song, man. 5 mic song for me. Love that song so much. Dope video too. Remember that shit like it was yesterday. Seeing that Yo TV raps. Crazy.
Yeah. Good. Definitely, yeah. I forgot to mention as well. Here Come the Lords, the title track has a video as well. I'm pretty sure. I remember seeing that a few years ago. But yeah, Funky Child, yeah, dope song. Love those horns, that like very distinctive, kind of ear piercing kind of sound. But yeah, great stuff. And yeah, again, the sort of percussion in this track is just very driving, very groovy. And yeah, it's a great song. Yeah, I mean, it's a braggadocious track. A lot of their songs are, but they do it so well. I can't get mad at them if they're so good at it, And just really fun. Just a really, really great track. And yeah, dope choice for a single. Yeah, I love it. It's maybe not in my top 3, but I still love it. It's one of those albums where you could pick nearly any song. It could be in your top 3. Yeah, but I don't think Funky Child's quite there for me, but I still think it's a great, great track. Yeah, not much more to say about it apart from that.
Word. Yeah. Now one of my favorites. That shit's so fucking good. Keep It On the Ground.
Again, I like this one. Yeah.
Oh, it's great. A dope beat from Molly Mal and KDF. Do It All. And Mr. Funky talking about keeping this rap shit on the ground. Self-explanatory. Ice Cube, Cool G Rap, Hit Squad, Cypress Hill, Naughty by Nature, and Ghetto Boys. I think I got all of them. I might miss one of them.
And they diss PM Dawn.
Yeah, well, PM Dawn and Me Feel Me. Not. I didn't know what the fuck that was. I looked it up. It's okay, now I know why. These niggas is whack. So it's like some soft gay shit. Diss the fuck out of them. So yeah. They get no props. Yeah. But PM Dawn does not. I love that shit. And Me Feel Me do not. And the beat's so fucking fire. It's just like, shout out to the raw niggas, man. Like I love that shit. It's so fucking good. And everyone they named, I love to death. So.
Absolutely.
It's so good. It's an immaculate song. Banger, man. Gotta love Keep It On the Ground. Fire, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I love the song. I think this definitely had single potential as well, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just such an immediately enjoyable track from the jump. Keep it on the ground. Keep it on the ground. Like,
oh, I love that part. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so immediately like fun. The beat is fantastic. You got those like great horns again, fantastic drums. You know what I mean? One of those songs that I can imagine, like I assume they did it live, I can just imagine the entire crowd kind of jumping up and down and losing their shit to it, And yeah, I think again, like I said earlier, sort of interesting that they view themselves as underground because like they are, but at this time, like the dope shit was like getting over, if that makes
Oh
sense,
yeah,
most of the artists who they give props to, the Hit Squad, Naughty by Nature, Cypress Hill, Ghetto Boys, they were all like on top of their game, they were all making having a lot of success. That's what was so cool about just that time period, from like 92 to 96, like the gritty stuff was like mainstream. It was dope.
oh yeah. I would come home from school. My grandma had that big ass stereo on there to talk about, and you would hear Cream in the fucking daytime, bro. Crazy shit.
Yeah, definitely. And I basically, what I get from that is like, it goes to show that you can keep it underground and still get, recognition. That's dope. That's how it was
Facts.
back in those days. And they even, give props to Ice Cube and Cool G Rap. I thought that was dope too. So, yeah, I love this song. The production, everything about it is phenomenal. One of my favorite tracks on the album, for sure.
Fuck yeah. Next, oh man, I love this fucking song. We get Check It remix. Banging beat. That bass is incredible. That bass is just fucking knocking. Again, the character that Do It All and Mr. Funky display on the mic is so entertaining. They go back and forth on this track greatly. Banging track. Like Vodcrack said, just fun. Just fun, bro.
Mad fun.
Yeah. Fun shit,
Yeah.
man.
This
Love it.
song actually has a video as well. I didn't know that until earlier on
Oh
today.
shit. Oh damn. You
Yeah.
know that either.
Yeah, one of those ones where because when I do the show, I often have like a Wikipedia page and stuff just to check, what the
Yeah.
singles are, blah blah blah. They don't mention Check It, so I guess maybe they just made the video, but it wasn't a single. Don't know. But yeah, it has a video. I was also the reason why I looked it up. Actually, I wanted to hear what the original version was. I don't know if there is an original
That's how I
version.
was thinking during the listening of this shit.
Yeah, but yeah, the version on the album, the remix, fire. I really like it a lot. Has like a kind of like a slightly more kind of abrasive kind of beat, but it's dope. You know what I mean? Still very catchy. And Mr. Funky, a part of one of his verses, he says, I'm the Lord Chief Rockin' the yeah, he goes, I'm the Lord Chief Rockin' number one, and of course that ends up being heavily sampled in
Oh,
a song coming up. But yeah, just kind of fun to hear that earlier on, where that came from. And yeah, just another like great kind of anthemic chorus from them. Check it, microphone, check it. The crowd went wow when the Lords came to wreck it. Oh, it's so dope. You know what I mean? It's just so immediately catchy and enjoyable. And it's just another song where they're basically saying they're the best. Check it out, and they do it
oh
so
yeah.
well. I love it.
Oh yeah, brother. That's my shit. Next we get Gravedigger. Absolutely love this beat. It's dark and grimy. Do it all talking about how MCs start off in the rap game hardcore, then they sell out. Mr. Funky talks about a dude that was simping for a girl, happened to have AIDS, and she spread it to him. Now he obviously has it. That shit happens, you know what I'm saying? Then he dies. And Do It All talks about how a dude used to live the street life until ended up getting shanked. Like real street life shit, spoken on this track, displayed on this track. Dope storytelling from the two. Dope ass song. I fucking rocks with Gravedigger. Shit fire.
Yeah, I like the song a lot too. I like the fact that it is a bit different because yeah, every song up to this point has just been like a full on like banger, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gravedigger, like you said, definitely has kind of like a spooky, darker instrumental, which of course fits perfectly with the title of the track and that hook. Bound to be a gravedigger, bound to be a gravedigger.
Yeah.
Again, very fun, still catchy, still like a catchy chorus and stuff, but like. Just definitely on a darker tip and a more serious tip as well. Like you said, that's second verse from Mr. Funky, talking about, getting AIDS, I like how you put that too, she had AIDS, you really made a blunder, down with OPP, and now you're down to 6 feet under,
That's so dope.
and he says, all just because a girl had wanted to stick you, gave this man a shovel, make way for the gravedigger, that was pretty dope. But yeah, like you said, yeah, just like a darker track, a little bit more serious, shows off their pen skills a little bit more too. Showing that they can talk about more serious subjects while at the same time showing off their storytelling skills for sure. I like it a lot, and yeah, it's a very dope track.
Fuck yeah, that's just banging. Next, we get Lord's Prayer. Do It All sets it off and uses the church as a metaphor for hip hop. Mr. Funky follows the theme. Definitely a dope track. Got too much to say about it, but yeah, it's dope. There's no weak shit so far on this record, you know. Lord's Prayer, dope shit.
I Yeah, for me, this is one of my favorite songs in the album. I love this song.
Fuck
That
yes.
beat alone, that boom, like it's so catchy,
Yeah,
and I love it when songs do this sometimes, especially if they have a really dope beat. The last like minute or so is just them like that beat looping in the background. I'm just like, yeah, this is so far. I just love vibing out to that, and yeah, like you said, a very dope kind of concept as well. Sort of talking about the hip hop game, but if through the guise of religion and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I like the fact that what was it? They say that you're what is it because your modern day religion is busted, the preacher is a thief and the others can't be trusted. Pretty dope stuff. Like you don't hear lyrics like that a lot in hip hop, you know what I mean, that could be taken in like an anti-religious kind of way. Like
yeah.
if someone wasn't listening to that properly, they would think, oh my god, they're kind of like being blasphemous on the track. I don't think they mean it that way, but it's just very interesting. And I sort of take it to mean like, you don't need anyone else. You should bow your heads and listen to us. We're the ones you should be listening to. Love that hook too. Bow your heads for the prayer. The phenomenal stuff. I love this song, and yeah, it's one of my favorites. Tracks in the album, and at towards the end, they have that sort of interlude with the reverend guy, and he's like, "Well, I'm going to the promised land in my brand new Cadillac." Definitely sort of like hinting at you do have people not only in the hip hop game but in religious circles where they take the money and they don't they do use it for themselves. They're not
That's
giving it to
facts.
they're not giving it to their community, they're not giving it to the church, they're not giving it to even hip hop, if if you're using that sort of analogy. So yeah, I think this song is fantastic. I love it personally, one of my favorites on the album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great song. Yeah, I just didn't really spit no balls too much about it, but yeah, it's just great. And that does happen, man. You got those televangelists of the '90s too, lying ass niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Robert Tilton and all
Yeah, all them niggas,
that.
lying ass motherfuckers, bro. To this day, that shit goes on. Crazy, crazy shit, man. But yeah, yeah, great shit, man. Then we get Flow On, New Symphony featuring Kid DeLeon. I can't even pronounce that shit. I don't know how it's fucking pronounced. And Sabi. Mr. Funky flexes his skills on the first verse. I love the chanty chorus on here. They do that a lot, and this is dope as fuck. Do It All has a dope verse on here. Kid DeLeon, whatever the fuck his name is, and Sabi was decent. I think Sabi's a female. Could have done without the features, to be honest. I'm just keeping it a fucking hundo on here. But Funky and Do It All do their fucking thing. Decent cut. Not one of my favorites. I'll keep it 1,000.
Okay. This is honestly
Yeah,
one of my favorite songs of the album. I love it. Yeah, again, just immediately enjoyable from that hook alone. Flow, on and on and on and flow. And I really like the production on this song. It's a little bit different. It's not as like boom bappy as the rest of the songs for the most part. This song is a little bit smoother, has like a slightly kind of nostalgic feel with whatever sample it is they're using. And yeah, I really like this song a lot. I actually think the Kid DeLeon, whoever that is, I actually thought his verse is pretty decent. He actually comes pretty hard, like harder than the actual Lords guys do, because he's talking about saying, because I left bodies back in Texas in the cemetery, and I'm ready to rip up shit like ordinary. Like he's a little bit harder. He must be obviously from Texas if he's making references like that. But yeah, I thought he was decent. The other feature, the Sabi woman, I don't really know who that is. She was okay. I didn't really rate. I didn't really think she was too amazing. She pops up on the second album a few times as well. But yeah, no, I really, really like the song. And obviously Do It All and Mr. Funky do a great job again. Just the usual kind of Lords of the Underground stuff. Just really fun, kind of braggadocious stuff. And yeah, that production for me is phenomenal. So yeah, Flow On. Apparently it was a single. It doesn't have a video though. I actually looked it up. There's a Pete Rock remix, which is like a completely different song. It sounds completely
Oh,
different.
shit.
Yeah.
Where the way you feel about that is the way I feel about Mad Skills, bro.
Oh, okay.
Mad Skills, Mad Skills. Oh my god, that shit is banging, banging beat. Mr. Funky, this rocks his verse lovely. Do It All kills it as well. Calling on the ticket because I'm burying motherfuckers. Just hard shit. I love how Do It All and Mr. Funky trade bars towards the end. Such a dope fucking song. The chorus, the production, like Marley and Kate F was in their fucking bag making this record. Some of the illest production ever, bro. 93 fucking raw shit. Love Mad Skills. That's amazing. One of the first songs on the album. Dope shit. Dope chemistry with Mr. Funky and Do It All. Dope character displayed on the mic. Just fucking colorful animated niggas, Gotta love that in hip hop. Because around this time you had all kinds of MCs, displaying certain characters on the mic. But yeah, Mad Skills, flawless song to me. All that shit.
Yeah, can't knock it at all. Another fantastic track, and yeah, they actually come pretty hard on this track, actually, for sure. Mr. Funky, he sets it off and says, MCs are on their knees. MCs, I'm locking them in my trunk. You know what I mean? He goes kind of hard on that, and then Do It All, he says, like that line that you said where he's burying motherfuckers. But later on, he says, with the tech of my 9 and my 9mm clip, but not from the barrel, it's stripped from the lips. It's like, it's hard, but obviously it's on like a hip hop tip. I like that. It's like, it's like a metaphor. They're still bragging about how they're the best MCs, but they're doing it like using like violent metaphors. I thought that was pretty dope for sure. And again, another dope, Mad Skills, yeah, we got him. Yeah, fire stuff, and another banging beat, absolutely. And they even have a reference to Bruce Lee and Lex Luger in there. I thought that was pretty dope. So
oh yeah, just hit me in the fucking dome piece, yo.
So yeah, Mad Scale's another fantastic song for sure.
Oh yeah, Adam, that's a good choice. That's one of my ultimate favorites. Yeah, that's just dope, man. Then we get, I think this was a single as well.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Psycho, man. The drums on this joint are fucking crazy. I love the drums on here. Do It All skates on this track. I dig the Obi-Wan Kenobi reference. I love Star Wars, so that was fire. I love how Do It All and Mr. Funky ask each other if they can like tear shit up on here. I love that shit. Just the camaraderie and fucking chemistry with two MCs. I gotta love that. You touch the mic. That's what he say. You touch the microphone, I'm gonna break your fucking fingers.
Yes,
Hard
yep.
shit. Just I love this shit, man. Like Rodcrack said, he kind of compares to like Onyx, Naughty. They get that comparison, but yeah, they got that kind of raw shit, but also colorful, a lot of character and just fun fucking album. And that Psycho joint is crazy, banging, man. I remember playing like Super Mario World and shit, fucking A Link to a Past Zelda, playing shit like that, and that banging out my uncle's boombox. So yeah, Psycho's crazy good, fire.
Yeah, I love this song. It's probably like the darkest, hardest song on the album for sure. It's kind of crazy, but like it was like one of the main singles for sure. It's not like a obvious commercial cut, but yeah, I love it. The beat alone, like you said, the bass is so like booming on this track. It's dark too. It's definitely one of the darker tracks. This and Gravedigger are probably like the darkest songs, kind of instrumentally. And yeah, I love it. Even the hook just so simple. Psycho. And I love how Do It All, Mr. Funky, they're just going back and forth on this. Again, they're going hard, but like on a hip hop tip for the most part. On the most part, you know what I mean? I'm strong with the strength of King Kong. I can slam an MC from here to Hong Kong, And later on, like you said, I love the part where he says, "You'd touch the microphone, I'm gonna break your fucking fingers." I love that. So dope. And it's just a really, really good song. And where is it? There's a line in here that I made note of, but I'm lost it. But I'm pretty sure they mention Cypress Hill on here, and I think this beat reminds me of Cypress. You know, this reminds me of like Black Sunday era Cypress. You know what I
Oh
mean? You
yeah,
got like the booming bass line and just that kind of eeriness. You know, reminds me of something like Ain't Going Out Like That off Black Sunday. It kind of has that kind of similar vibe for me. I love Psycho. Just great chemistry again from the two MCs. It's the darkest, kind of like hardest song on the album, in my opinion. And it's phenomenal. That's another song that I love. Sorry, I love every song almost on, on this album. So
it's
yeah.
all good, bro. It's
Mhm.
amazing. Fuck yeah. Now I get my favorite song on the album. I don't give a fuck if it's a single. It's the truth. My favorite song on the fucking record, man. Chief Rocker. Man, oh man. One of the greatest hip hop songs ever fucking made. That's how I truly feel about it. It just makes me fucking feel that hip hop shit in my heart, bro. Like dead ass. How corny as it sounds, it's true. You know? Like Mr. Funky just body shit on here. The perfect performance displayed on here from him. It's remarkable. You know? That's gotta be the truth. I just love that line.
Love it. Yeah.
That's so good. And then Do It All, just he just kills it as well. His love for hip hop on this his verse just shines. I love that line. I got too much soul, rhythm and blues, R&B. You see, all that's cool, but hip hop is and rap, yeah, that's where my heart's at. Love that shit. Then he mentions, we used to break dance on cardboard and shit. Just absolute favorite song on this record, man. Easy Mo B would sample Mr. Funky's last verse on Notorious B.I.G.'s Machine Gun Funk, a year later. When I live by the funk, I died by the funk, amazing way to sample that. Just this shit is incredible. The video, niggas are in the project hallway, you know,
Yep.
Puerto Rican niggas are breakdancing. Son, it's amazing. It's a beautiful fucking song. I worship Chief Rocker. My uncle has a Spotify playlist, every time we go out, he's playing that shit. Around the house, he's playing that shit, and that's on there. Incredible. Chief Rocker, a 5 mic fucking song. Love it to death. My favorite song on the album. Like some niggas act like if a single's your favorite song, it's kind of lame or something. That's so fucking stupid. I don't give a fuck. Like we'll be reviewing this later on in the year, but Midnight Marauders, my top 5 album of all time. That single's my first song on there as well. Spoiler alert, it is. So I don't give a fuck. If it's dope as fuck, it's my favorite shit. And this is my favorite song, Chief Rocker. It's part of my childhood too, you know what I'm saying? Like straight up. So yeah, sorry for the long-winded fucking review, but Chief Rocker, incredible, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean no problem. I mean I completely agree. I mean song to me is like it's their, they reminisce over you. It's their, mind playing tricks on me. It's like their like iconic song, and for a good reason. It's absolutely phenomenal. You know,
Yes.
it's one of those songs. As soon as it starts, I just can't help but love it. Just that intro, dun, dun, and like just the little kind of horn sample, whatever it is, and then once it kicks in, Mr. Funky, boom, shakalaka, yo, here comes the Chief Rocker, rock it up, rock it down, just jump it off the tip of you're not my knocker, and
Oh,
love how his verse is just so all over the place, and I love the part where he's like, like Cat in the Hat, the mouse ran up the stairs. That don't make no sense. Come on, who cares? I love it. It's just so much fun.
so dope.
And yeah, I love how he ends off that verse. Who's the tip of the top, the cream of the crop, the best under the sun? I'm the Lord Chief Rockin' #1, Mr. Funky. That's fire. And then yeah, like you said, dude, I love his verse. You know what I mean? Like you said, paying homage to hip hop. Saying back in the day, even back when I used to break on the box, backspin for backspin, even while I'm rapping. Before I had a record, I always kept them clapping. Just so dope. And yeah, at the end, like he said, love the Machine Gun Funk. Use that sample towards the end. Absolutely amazing. And it even has that awesome part as well. For I really like, what goes up must come down.
Calm
Not
down.
me, clown. I
Uh,
love it. Yeah, this is probably my favorite song on the album.
yeah, man, mine's too, bro.
Yeah, it's just undeniably good, and it doesn't get its props. It like these guys, I know we'll probably say about it later, but like overall, these guys don't really get talked about that much, and it's such a shame. Like Chief Rocket should be up there with the likes of Troy's and Mind Playing Tricks on Me, etc., etc. Like it's that good. It is absolutely.
It is. It's
It's.
just phenomenal.
I think this song's way better than OPB by Naughty. I think it's way better.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Straight up, I love it to death, man. It's like I said, it's a childhood staple for me. Incredible.
Definitely.
Then we get Sleep for Dinner. Like, Mr. Funky talks about growing up poor and shit. Do It All talks about growing up hungry as well and robbing a nigga. Pizza Man and shit like that. Going to bed hungry. Then they talk about, doing good and eating well when they get in the rap game, in the present time. Dope shit, dope concept, you know what I'm saying? If you're from the hood, you probably dealt with that shit. Crazy shit. But yeah, dope track, Sleep for Dinner. Going to bed hungry is a motherfucker, man. That shit's whack. But yeah. Dope song.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love the production on this song again. Absolutely banging stuff. And again, this is another song that's labeled remix, but I've never heard.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sleep for Dinner. I think it's a great song. It's another song that's like, on like at face value, it's actually quite a serious like subject matter. Obviously not being in a good enough household or like a well enough household, you might not have something to eat. In Mr. Funky's case at the start, it's because he flunked school. It's because he got all his F's, and what was it he said? The teacher caught me cheating, and for dinner I had a beating. You know what I mean? And some families are crazy like that. They actually do beat up the kids over underperforming and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah. Do it all. I like when he says his stomach's growling and it's going rah rah like a dungeon dragon. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's like a serious subject matter, but like they balance it with enough comedy and enough like sort of there's enough silliness on there that it's done really well. It's one of those things. It's kind of hard to put in the words, but on the face of it, it could be like a serious song, but they did inject enough humor and enough fun into it. That it's just works perfectly for Lords of the Underground, and again, phenomenal production, just an absolute head bobber.
Oh yeah, I love it. Like you said, the subject matter is serious, but they make it, comedic and it's fun. They're just fun MCs, man. Love about the Lords. Then we get Lords of the Underground, man. Love that beat, just dusty boom bap royalty. Mr. Funky and Do It All just flex their skills over this banging Marley and K-Dev beat. Nothing much to say about it, but it is a fire song. I fucks with it.
Yeah, dope song, kind of like a self-titled track, and I love the again the horns on this track. And that's awesome stuff. And then those. The drums when they come in, they're really heavy and really hardcore. Like you said, like boom bap royalty is the perfect way to describe it for sure. Not much else to say about it. I like the song. I do. I think it's a dope song. If I was like ranking all these songs, it would probably be towards the bottom, honestly, even though it's not whack at all. It's just like there are some other songs I just like a lot more than it personally, but it's dope. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. I think it's a really good song.
Fuck yeah. Then we get Lord Jazz, Hit Me One More Time, featuring Lord Jazz the DJ. Oh, parentheses, Make It Funky. Another dope beat. I swear to God, the production on this album is a 10 out of 10 for me. It's so fucking good. A track where Mr. Funky and Do It All just prop up their DJ, then Lord Jazz is a verse as well, Not too much to say. It's dope. Not a crazy standout for me, but it's dope, man. I fucks with it. There's no whack shit on here, trust me. Just because I said the other track was like, it's the guest features that was like on. It's not because of the song anymore. But
absolutely.
Yeah. Lord Jazzy, one more time.
Yeah, I mean, this is another song. Like, I like it. I think it's dope. It's probably not like it wouldn't rank in like my top 3 or top 5 or whatever, but it's still a dope song. I like these songs where they give props to their DJ because often like DJs are often overlooked, especially like on the actual album themselves, because the actual production was done by KDF and Marty Mull, and obviously a lot of listeners probably don't really understand or appreciate Lord Jazz's involvement. Obviously, he does, I would imagine he does a lot of the scratching and stuff like that throughout the album. But yeah, I like it when artists give a moment to just give props to their DJs. Obviously Run DMC were really good at that. Ice-T has that song. We'll cover it at some point. On Home Invasion when
Yeah.
he lets Evil Lee rap. And he does, and Ice-T takes over the boards instead. I can't remember what that song's called. Evil Lee, the pimp behind the wheels, something like that. It's called. Yeah, so it's nice to hear Lord Jazz give. He has a bit of spotlight on him,
Yeah.
and he gives a little verse. It's not anything too amazing, but I just think I appreciate it. You know what I mean? It's just a nice little gesture. I actually think this song probably would have been quite a good closer because it's a little bit different. It's not quite as head knocking as the rest of the other songs. A little bit smoother, a little bit more subdued, which is actually how I would describe their second album. So I think this would have been quite a good bridge into the second album, but no, it's the second to last song in the album. But yeah, it's a dope song, not like an ultimate favorite, but it's still dope. No, nothing whack about it at all.
Yeah, this album's kind of like like Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Mecca, and the Sober. I'm not saying it's on the same length, but I remember we reviewed Mecca and the Sober, and we were like, yeah, there's nothing whack on here at all. It's like everything's perfect.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So we got the closer. What's going on? Again, I can't stress how much I love the production on this record. It's just too fucking good. Dude all calls out rappers that want to sing on their tracks and not keep it raw, Talking about keeping shit strictly hip hop, and it's a dope closer for sure. Not too much to say about it again, but yeah, what's going on? Dope closer on a fantastic, terrific record.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, another dope song. Pretty good way to end off the album. I would have switched the last two songs around, but yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's a dope song. I prefer Keep It Underground because it's kind of got like the similar kind of subject matter. Basically talking about obviously a lot of rappers at that point were thinking about making their stuff a little bit poppier in order to get more sales and stuff like that. And they're just saying they're kind of speaking on that again. And obviously, a lot of newcomers are coming into hip hop thinking, that's just an easy way to make money. Anyone can do it, sort of thing. It's a really dope song. I think I really like it a lot for sure. Not much else to say about it apart from that.
Oh yeah, brother. Lords of the Underground. Fucking Here Come the Lords, 1993, turns 30 years old this year. Great way to set off the fucking year, if you ask me, with a fucking dope ass album. Like we do every episode, we pay homage to the Sauce magazine, give it the mic rating and top 3 songs. So for me, I'm giving this 4.5 at the gate. 4.5, strong. Top 3 songs. I got Chief Rocker. Like I said, that's a staple of my fucking childhood. Bring me joy. I smile when I hear that shit. Then I got Match Skills. It's simple, the chorus, but I love that shit. That beat is fucking knocking. And then I gotta go with that Psycho, bro. That Psycho hard as fuck.
Yep.
Lords of the Underground is amazing. I seen some footage with it doing Chief Rocker, and I got chills. Like I wanted to be there. Like rapping the lyrics with these niggas. Amazing. Shout out to Do It All. He's like a councilman. He's like a politician right now, bro. And he's still performing and shit like that off and on. But yeah. It's like a Jersey City councilman. Shout out to fucking Lords of the Underground. This cassette been in my life since my uncle was fucking 23 years old, 22 around that time. Just incredible, bro. Absolutely worship this album. Great album. I prefer this over their fucking sophomore joint, but that's a banger too. That What I'm After. Banging.
Oh yeah, the Redman sample.
Yes. Oh god, that's just hard as fuck. Mr. Funky too, my favorite member. Both of my favorite members to be exact, but yeah, Lords of the Underground. Salute the 30 years of this fucking dope ass album. 1993, like a mobility, one would say, year to Roughneck. I love how he said that shit.
MC Light.
Yeah. I love MC Light as well. Shout out to MC fucking Light, bro. But yeah. Fucking Lords of the Underground, bro. Here come the Lords.
Yeah, for me, I would be tempted to give this a 5, but
I can't be mad at that though because what's whack on here?
Nothing at all, and it's so fun. This album,
like
this is an album I've listened to it about 3-4 times in the last couple of weeks because I knew that we were going to be doing this album. And I even listened to Keepers of the Funk the other day as well. And
Yeah.
I just everything about this album I love, and it does what not every album has to do this, obviously, but for this this album is a go-to if you just want to listen to something that's fun, enjoyable, get you up and excited. And yeah, I mean, the production on here is phenomenal. It's flawless.
Oh
It's
God,
like
so
there's
good.
nothing wrong with it at all. Like you said, boom bap royalty would be a perfect way to describe it. The
Oh,
horns, the drums, you know what I mean? Just like the energy, both the production and the MC is phenomenal. And maybe they're not the best lyricists, sure, but I don't think they need to be.
they don't.
Like
They don't, bro.
they have the energy, they have the chemistry. I love their voices, like everything. Like, and the lyrics are fun. You know what I mean? It's not like serious, like spiritual miracle, or like they're not like crazy wordsmiths, and they're not like talking about crazy serious subjects for most of the album. But like, doesn't matter. It's just such a fun, exciting record that you can go back to anytime. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. It's flawless. It's aged perfectly, in my opinion. So yeah, I'll give it a 5. Fuck it. I love this album.
Guess what? I'm not mad at it, brother. I'm not
Yeah,
mad at it.
yeah. There's nothing bad on here whatsoever. Not even like I don't skip any songs in this ever.
No, me either. If I want
Yeah.
to listen to it, I'm playing the whole record.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, top 3 songs, Chief Rocket just has to be on there. It's just perfect. That's a perfect song. And then, it's kind of tricky. It might actually change around, like obviously in the future, but I'm gonna go with Psycho as well. It's just so dark and gritty.
It's so
I love
fucking
that.
good. Yeah.
It is, yeah. And gonna go with Lord's Prayer. That's gonna be my number 3, but it could change. Keep It Underground is amazing too. But yeah, it's an amazing album. Definitely, I assume anyone checking this out has already heard it, but if you haven't, definitely check it out.
Yeah, definitely, man. Lords of the Underground. Here Come the Lords, 1993, 9 Trey. Classic, 30 years. Hope you enjoyed this shit, y'all, man.
Yeah, I really think that this album should be up there as like one of the all-time classics. It's gets talked about in the magazines and gets like big like deluxe reissues and stuff. I think it deserves it.
I would love like a deluxe of this shit, like on Get On Down, because they're beautiful with that shit. So
yeah,
I would love that. They did it a vinyl. I think it might be. If it is, I'll get it one day, dog.
Yeah. That would be beautiful, like a green vinyl. That would be good.
Oh yeah. I was telling this dude last night. This dude Cage, he came on here. Cool dude. And I said, I like Puff Daddy and the Family No Way Out because of all the features on there.
Yeah.
But I'll never buy that on vinyl. Fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Never.
Oh hell no.
I buy I buy albums that I love, And 34.98 Ross 2 LP. I think it's a black 180-gram joint, but yeah, they got it on vinyl on Get On Down. I gotta scoop that up. Yeah, coming straight from the bricks in Newark, New Jersey. Yeah.
Coming straight from the bricks. Oh yeah.
That's that shit right there. They got Daz Effects Dead Serious on purple. This looks gorgeous.
Oh, that's dope. I like that.
God, brother, you gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say their second album is dope too. I do like Keepers of the Funk. That's like an underrated album. Like no one talks about that at all.
Not at all.
It's definitely not on the same level as Here Comes the Lords. Like I was listening to it the other day and thinking, yeah, it's definitely a step down for sure. The energy is definitely lower on that album. Like the beats are not as banging on that for sure. Even like all the singles, like TikTok. I love TikTok. I think it's awesome. TikTok, where you at? Put your hands in the air and please don't stop. I think that song's amazing. And then that joint that you were saying earlier, what I'm after. Tell me what I'm after. Man. I'm after the gold, and after that the platinum. I love that,
After that, it's just fire, bro.
It is, but even those songs, they definitely like the energy is a little bit mellower.
Yeah,
that album for sure. They even got George Clinton on that album on the title track.
Yeah, they do. Mr. fucking Funky had that butter soft jacket in that video. That shit fire, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
No, just saying that definitely check that album out as well if you guys haven't heard it. It's not as good, it's not as classic, but it's definitely well worth checking out.
Yeah, Adam Phillips said he prefers that over fucking this one. That's crazy, but that's a dope album, man. 94.
94, yeah. I've also heard their third album in 99, but it's not very good.
I remember I remember being on eBay, right, and I seen it, and the cover looks trash. So I was like, yeah. I never heard it either. I never heard that record.
Honestly, I don't remember it. I have heard it, but I don't remember it. Couldn't tell you anything from it. Couldn't tell you a song from it.
That's
I know what
funny.
the album's called. It's called Resurrection, but yeah, I couldn't tell you anything
Yeah,
about
it's like a
else
white
about it.
background. I'm going by memory. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one of those instances where it came out too late. You know what I mean? If they dropped
Yeah.
an album in like 95 or 96, could have been fire. Especially, obviously you mentioned K-Def, doing real live. Like, imagine if that was the third Lords album with those beats. Oh my God.
Oh God, yeah, kind of mafioso-esque production, you know.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
their style, but they probably would have made it work. They probably would have went real hardcore with it.
Yeah.
With their third effort.
Just the beats alone on that, are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that album's too much.
It is.
I swear, that album is incredible. It's one of my favorite albums ever. They got a vinyl re-release with that too. Probably sold the fuck out, but
Yeah, I can
this
imagine.
album I would definitely buy on wax.
Yeah, even the title track of that, the turnaround, it even has that "What goes up must come down." They even the other again on there. I thought that was
Larry fucking scorched that shit, bro.
I'm all up in this pussy past the chrome time to move something. Yeah.
Okay, understandable, brother. Didn't hear the debut in 98, 99. I didn't hear Keepers of the Funk till later on in life,
Yeah, I think it went under the radar, even like in the US. I think it wasn't really that. I think it had some success, but not.
Because the routine was when my uncle got paid back in the 90s, he would get a slew of comic books, Image Comics, some Marvel shit, a bunch of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'll take me to the candy store, and then he'll get a tape or two, and he didn't get that. He never got Keepers of the Funk, so I would have to listen to it way later on. I think the internet era when I listened to that album,
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, there you have it. Laws of the Underground. Here Come the Lords, 1993. Next week, you're going to the West Coast, Long Beach to be exact, LBC. Daz Dillinger with his debut solo album, Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back. We're doing it for 9/8, 25 years. So I'm very excited for that one. That's very sentimental to me, that album. And we'll get to why. But yeah, man. Gonna end the shit, Rod?
Yeah, sounds good to me. But
right.
of course, thanks to everyone for stopping by. Much appreciated.
Thanks, y'all. I love y'all niggas, man. Y'all niggas really supporting me, man. Love y'all niggas supporting the brand, supporting us. So see y'all niggas on the flip side. I might go live tonight, might not. You niggas will see. So, Laws of the Underground. Here Come the Lords, 1993. We out this bitch. Peace, y'all.
Have a good one.
The last real death row. I agree. Peace, y'all.